All right, ladies and gents, it is time to transform your sales. Hey, what's up? This is Pete Scott here, and welcome to another video here on my channel. By the way, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, I'm gonna stop you there. Do not press the subscribe button yet. Make sure that you watch this video all the way through, and then when you're like, wow, actually, that really made sense, and I want to check out a few more of this guy's videos, then you can press the subscribe button at the end of the video. But in the meantime, welcome to a powerful sales tip that you can instantly use in your business or your career. And if you're starting out or you've been in the sales game or arena for 25 plus years, you can never stop learning. And I believe that today's tip particularly can have that instant positive impact on your sales and also your marketing as well. So if you're wondering what today's tip is all about, it's about helping your client to have a different point of view. Because when it comes to successful selling, it's not actually about convincing somebody and trying to push them to buy. That's very 1990s, and even back then, it probably didn't work as well as we think it did. Today, especially, it's about being able to inspire, educate, and inform your client and provide deep insights which allows them to think differently about their problem and therefore think differently and value differently the solution. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's be specific here. Let's think about buyer behavior. How do your clients and customers actually buy? Would you buy from somebody who doesn't seem like an expert, like they're just an employee and they're doing their job? Would you invest real money with them? The chances are no. If you do, please comment below and let me know why you're doing this. You need to change your buyer behavior. However, when it comes to buyer behavior, the reason why we will invest, say, several £1,000s with one person and nothing with somebody else is because we trust them, of course. We also see them as an authority and as a go-to expert in their marketplace. This is really important. So you might be a personal trainer, a beauty therapist, a consultant, a graphic designer, but what's going to separate you from all the other people doing what you do and bring you over to here where you stand out is by being a true expert. Now that's a very broad statement, but how do we actually bring your expertise to life? Because at the end of the day, if you're a personal trainer, it's not just about the personal training. If you're a graphic designer, it's not just about the graphic design. Instead, it's about how you build that relationship with your client. I know what you're thinking, Pete, surely then you're telling me that it's all about relationship building. Actually, no. In today's day and age, you are meant to build a great relationship with your prospect or customer. We need to go deeper than that and actually understand the psychology of why people buy. Now, I'm actually going to refer to a phenomenal sales book in this video called The Challenger Sale by Matthew Dixon and Brent Anderson. Now, the great thing about The Challenger Sale is that it says that you need to positively challenge your clients and get them to think differently about their problem, and therefore they will value differently the solution. And one of my favorite quotes from the book is, the problem that your client thinks they have is almost never the problem that they actually have. So what we need to do, instead of just trying to convince our clients to buy, where we end up like in this mismatch, instead what we're doing is we're teaching our clients something new about themselves that they didn't already know. And by being able to provide deep insights in that area and helping them to gain that better understanding, your client has the opportunity to change their point of view. So you might be thinking, Pete, this all sounds great, but where do I even begin? Well, the first thing is the obvious one. It's by asking great questions. Great questions lead to great answers. There's never a shortage of great answers from your clients, but usually there's a shortage of great questions from the seller. So you can start off with, what's your ultimate goal you wish to achieve in 6 months if you are to go ahead with some kind of solution? The client will say, well, this is what I want to achieve, X, Y, and Z. And that's your opportunity to dig a little bit deeper. And then from there, it's always a good idea to understand if they've got that goal, then it obviously means they haven't achieved that goal yet. So you want to be looking at, okay, well, if you haven't achieved this goal yet, then what hasn't been happening or what has been happening in your business, if you help businesses, or in your life, if you help people with their life, and how long has this been going on for? And it's only when your client starts to have these aha moments, oh my goodness, I didn't realize, actually, yeah, this has been a problem for the last 5 years. Me, I was a business consultant specializing in sales transformation for close to a decade. And I would go into companies and 95% of the time, that company wanted some sales training because they established they weren't selling enough. So a day or maybe 2 or 3 days at the most would be enough to fix their problem. Now, I knew when I sat down with my client that just a little bit of sales training wasn't going to change their sales on an exponential level. So I had to sit down with the decision maker and say, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, thank you so much for sharing what you feel is going on with your sales, and I can see why you've come up with that you need some sales training in order to improve your sales. Do you mind though if I just share what I feel is really going on? And now by asking that question, what you're doing is you're opening up permission from the decision maker or from your client to say, yeah, I would love to know what's really going on. Because remember, the problem that your client or customer thinks they have is almost never the problem that they actually have. Now, by the time I got done sharing exactly what that company needed to do in order to significantly transform their sales over the following 6 to 12 months, every other sales training company we brought in here has just shared why their sales training is the best and why they've got this methodology of sales which we should buy into. You've actually taken the time and given us the insights to look at the problem in a different way with a fresh set of eyes, and therefore giving us a different way to look at the solution. Instead of having a one-day sales training program, that company went on and I worked with them over a 2-year period. So this is why insights are truly valuable. Remember, although your product or service is important, it's not about your product or service when it comes to selling successfully. It's much more about providing those valuable insights, being able to teach your client something new that they didn't already know about themselves. Help your client to increase their awareness, and then ultimately they will be the one saying to you, wow, you've really helped me today. How do I take the next step in creating this transformation in my life or my business? That's your powerful sales tip for today. I've got a couple of questions to finish up today's video. Number one, where do you want to be in 6 months from now when it comes to your sales? What is ultimately important for you? What do you want your day to look like? How do you want to be showing up? And what difference do you want to be making in your clients' lives? And how will providing these valuable insights for your client and teaching them something new that they didn't already know about themselves, how will that help you to positively influence your clients and have them say yes? Thank you so much for checking out today's video. As always, let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one.